So I hear a hurricane is coming our way here in Florida. Man, did I pick the best time to move here. I should have waited to buy my house till after hurricane season and hope for someone to just get out of there and be like, I'm done, and then just like wholesale their house. But nope, I decided to buy my house here before the hurricane season. So that just tells you how much intelligence this guy has. But I am prepared. I have my gas cans full. My guns are loaded. That's right, looters, you beware. It was just off to one of my wings of the house, and I was like, man, this is the spot to post up. I got 100 yards both ways, overlooking the roads. Looters are not going to be able to come after me. I am not taking the John Piper approach and not defending my family. Just a little kidding aside with John Piper. I love that guy. He is amazing. Welcome to How to Build a Tent, the podcast on how to prepare. Goodness, that was such a great tweet. Calling it, I forgot who it was, but somebody on my Twitter feed said the next show is how to prepare. And I just like, man, that is fantastic. The wisdom of preparation. That was Nick on Twitter. Fantastic tweet, Nick. Thank you for tweeting and giving me some good material to bust a joke, because we know I'm not funny. We know I'm not funny, all of us, but hopefully you are blessed by it. If you have a business and you want free advertising, I mean, there are not that many opportunities in life where you get free advertising, but I'm going to do it for you because I really want you to be successful. So let me know. Let me know your show or your show. If it is a show, I'll promote a show. Let me know your business, your side hustle. If you're just starting, if you're about to start, whatever it is, whenever you're ready for the shout out, let me know. I have one from Francisco. Welcome. You are a new listener. We were talking a little bit. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the tent building crew. He sells life insurance. So if you are looking for life insurance, which should be everybody who doesn't have life insurance, especially for those who think they have life insurance through their company, but guess what happens when you get laid off, when you switch jobs? You lose it. So if you are looking for some life insurance, go check out Francisco, a fellow tent builder, at Facebook /Agency Hunter, and check out his prices and give him some love, give him some support. That is Facebook.com /Agency Hunter for all of your life insurance needs. See, that could be you. Let me know. I'm more than happy to help support fellow tent builders, because that's why we're here. We're here to be successful, to help support, help advance the gospel, help advance the lordship of Jesus, and help be used by God through our finances, through our successful careers, through our positions of prominence that we gain from excellence in execution, in our business strategies, our business plans, our business units, and in our own personal lives as well. One of the ways that we can support what God's doing, we can support the Fight, Laugh, Feast network. Is it a little audacious to say that God is using us? I don't think so. I think God is really using this network, and you get to be part of it. You get to be part of what the Lord is doing by supporting us. You can go over to fightlaughfeast.com, put in HtBT in the memo field. You'll get the mug. You'll get the pint glass. You'll get tons of great content to help you fight, laugh, and feast as well. And you'll keep these shows on the air. If you don't want to see this little podcast stream disappear, then you need to go over and Fight, Laugh, Feast and help support us. Fightlaughfeast.com, put in HtBT in the memo field. One of the emails I got today, I think I got a few emails actually about this from different companies, but this one specifically, Wells Fargo, was talking to us about the hurricane. Knew we were here, which is interesting because I haven't had a Wells Fargo account in a long, long time. And somehow they knew I was in Florida, so figured that one out. But they did a great marketing strategy. They talked about how they have people ready to help us, ready to help give us access to our accounts at Wells Fargo. They have a line, a phone number for us to call. They have this huge email about how they're prepared to help us. And if you've been paying attention at all about the press with Wells Fargo, they've kind of been getting hammered. They have, tripped up, done some bad things, but they're trying to recover. But I thought this was just genius, taking a natural disaster and using it to kind of, hey, remember, we're here to help. We're here to think about you and to provide you excellent service. So I just thought that was a great opportunity. I was talking with somebody else. Who was I talking to about? I forgot what this was. Oh, Yum Bars. my friend at Yum Bars, and she is like just blowing up. Vicky Nguyen. If you haven't had a Yum Bar yet, you need to go check those out. She is on Facebook and Instagram. I believe she has a website up too. I don't have it on the top of my head because I wasn't planning on talking about this, but she is just coming into opportunities where she's scared that she's not going to be able to scale fast enough and fulfill the orders that she's getting, which, oh my goodness, for every entrepreneur out there, isn't that like the best problem to have? It really is the best problem to have. But what you like, and then I sent her an article from Popeyes where they're talking about how they're going to be running out of chicken. They might have already ran out of chicken as you're listening to this, but what they were doing is trying to get you to sign up on their app. And so they're taking what could be a negative situation and is negative in some ways, like Popeyes isn't going to be able to sell their chicken and they're losing revenue because people are wanting that chicken. But they're trying to spin it into a positive where, hey, at least we're getting you signed up on our app, and that's going to lead to customer stickiness. We're going to stick around. You're going to order more food, and you're going to be a return customer. And that is one of the secrets to being successful, just in every area of life. For those of you who don't have a business, who don't think about having a side hustle, that don't want to do finance, this is for you too. This is for everybody. Is look for ways to leverage what is never what seems to be a bad situation, hurricane, running out of products to sell, whatever it is, and look to find a way to leverage it into something good. Isn't that exactly what God does with us? Romans talks about how he uses all things for good for those who are called according to purpose. He does it. He takes the things that are bad and he leverages them for good. And that is an example for us. And if we can do that, the more effective we are at doing that, recognizing the areas where we can do that and then execute on it effectively. Did I say effective way too many times? I feel like I did. The more successful we're going to be, because those setbacks, those hardships turn out to be opportunities to excel. Those hardships turn out to be opportunities to excel. The last thing I wanted to hit today, also, for those of you who are in Florida, I know some of you have been reaching out to me. I got some cool apps, Scanner, which scans the radios for the fire department and things like that. So that might be really helpful in the storm. I've used it in Hawaii. And then Zello, Zello, another app. Both are not advertisements of the show. They don't even know I exist probably. But that's another great one. They do have a walkie-talkie feature, which is more effective in storms than trying to call people when the power is out and whatnot. So those are two apps that I have, which if you are about to get hit by a hurricane, that might be a good place to go and pick up Scanner and Zillow. Okay, the last thing I wanted to talk about today, which came from a discussion on the Daily Wire, not Caller. I wrote down Caller, but I meant Wire. The Ben Shapiro business over there. And it was with Michael Knowles, which I love Michael Knowles. To me, he is like my favorite person to listen debate because he is humorous and intellectual at the same time. He will crush you and make you laugh about it at the same moment. Fantastic person to listen to. I cannot recommend him enough. I just love it. Like you'll see a smirk in his eye on his face, and then you'll glimmer in his eye when someone is making an argument because he's already thinking about the punchline to respond with. It's just absolutely fantastic. But he was asked the question. They have a great setup where you have to be a member to ask them questions, which, hey, maybe we should do that. Gabe, wink, wink. They have a segment where you can go and you can ask questions as a subscriber. And one of their questions was, should the average working man study the Bible and philosophy? And I want to expand this to women as well. Should the average working man and woman study the Bible and philosophy? And I say yes. Yes, you should, for a number of reasons. But for one is we are called to study and to show ourselves approved unto God, a workman that does not need to be ashamed. And it was an interesting question in some aspects because they were talking about education and how not everyone needs college education. And obviously, if you listen to the show, you know my thoughts on college. But the Bible is there for all of us. The Holy Spirit is there for all of us, specifically in the Bible, but also philosophy, specifically how to argue points. And we are all called to learn these things. We're all called to learn the Bible. We're all called to learn theology. We're all called to learn philosophy. And you might be like, I just don't have a mind for it. I don't have the IQ for it. That is, what's the word I should use? Poppycock. I'm going to use poppycock. God has given you a brain and equipped you to be able to understand the truths of the Bible, to make an effective argument to be used by God. And it's important, even if you're not going to go to college, it's important for the blue collar worker who may not use it in their actual job. You may not use philosophy. You may not use theology while you're fixing a pipe, while you're putting some electrical wires together. But you will use it when you're talking to your customer, when you're talking to your apprentice, when you're talking to your child, when you're talking to your spouse. There are relational moments in careers, in businesses, in your family, where you will definitely need the Bible and philosophy. And there was a great conversation about how just our government is falling apart because we are not taught the Bible and we are not taught philosophy anymore. So I just want to encourage you with that you may not need to be educated in the Bible and philosophy for your career, for your new startup, for your financial endeavors, but you do need it to make a rational argument. You need it to have a foundation. And what's going to happen is the more advanced you are in your biblical studies, in your philosophical studies, I'm not even trying to equate them, okay? The Bible is much more important than philosophy, but I'm just using these two because that's the topics. The more that you can educate yourself on that and articulate them effectively, the more respected you are going to be in your work life, because those are foundational principles. The Bible is a foundational value system you need to have. Philosophy, argument, the study of how to form an argument is going to make you effective when you are problem solving, when you are trying to win your strategic perspective, when you are arguing for your project to be picked. That's when that stuff's going to come in handy. So study, show yourself approved unto God, a workman that needs not be ashamed. And let's go out and be successful together. Hopefully I'll see you Monday. God bless.